Hello, and welcome to EM News.
I'm Emily Beckman.
And I'm Mackinzie Miller.
Today we're discussing World War I.
First, let's talk about the causes.
The first cause of the war is nationalism.
Hello, I'm nationalism. Nationalism deeply influenced politics in the Western world. Nationalism is the devotion to the interests and culture of one's nation. Russia regarded itself as the protector of Europe's Slavic people, so Russia and Austria-Hungary were rivals for influence over Serbia.
Another cause for World War I was imperialism. Hello, I'm imperialism. For centuries, European nations have been building empires and slowly extending their economic and political control over various people of the world.
The third cause of World War I was militarism.
Hi, I'm militarism. Because each nation wanted stronger armed forces than those of any potential enemy, the imperial powers followed a policy of militarism. Militarism is the development of armed forces and their use as a tool of diplomacy.
The last cause of World War I was Allied systems. There were two groups of allies, the Triple Entente, which consisted of France, Britain, and Russia, and the Triple Alliance, which consisted of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire came together to form the Central Powers.
So, Mackenzie, what actually sparked the war?
Well, if you watch this video clip, you'll find out!
Hello, I'm Archduke Franz Ferdinand. I was the heir to the Austrian throne when I was shot. A Serbian nationalist shot and killed me. Then, my shooting sparked Austria-Hungary to declare war on Serbia. The alliance system pulled other nations in. The Great War had begun.
So, Emily, what happened once the war already started?
I don't know, let's find out. Hello, I'm a German soldier. We are following the Schlieffen Plan to defeat France and Russia. The first battle took place in 1914 at a river in Marne. The Allies stopped German advance to Paris. Both sides used trench warfare. The enemy's trenches were up to a mile away. In between the trenches was no man's land, a barren expanse of mud and shell craters, filled with barbed wire.
So, Emily, were the Americans neutral when the war started?
I don't know, let's ask the socialists and pacifists we have here in the studio.
Good idea. Thank you so much for the introduction, Emily. I'm Chuck, and I'm a pacifist, and we pacifists believe that the war was evil, and that the U.S. should set an example of peace to the world.
I'm Chase, and us socialists criticize the war as a capitalist and imperialist struggle.
Thanks for that interesting information, guys. So, Emily, did Americans want their sons to go to war?
I don't know. Watch this music video and let's find out.
Okay.
Soldiers to the war have gone, who may never return again. 10 million mothers' hearts must break for the one who died in vain. Head bowed down in sorrow in her lonely years, I heard a mother murmur through her tears, I didn't raise my boy to be a soldier, I brought him up to be my pride and joy. How dare you place a musket on his shoulder to shoot some other mother's darling boy? Let nations arbitrate their future troubles. It's time to put the sword and gun away. There'd be no war today if mothers all would say, I didn't raise my boy to be a soldier.
During the war, millions of naturalized U.S. citizens followed the war closely because they still had ties to the nations from which they had immigrated.
On the other hand, many Americans felt close to Britain because of a common ancestry and language, as well as similar democratic institutions and legal systems. So, Emily, what was the British blockade?
Well, the British blockaded the German coast to prevent weapons and other military supplies from getting through. The British blockade eventually prevented food from getting to Germany. American ships carrying goods to Germany refused to challenge the blockade and rarely reached their destination. Also, Germany found it hard to import foodstuffs and fertilizer. Mackenzie, what was the German response to the British blockade?
Well, Germany set up a counterattack by U-boats, from Unterseeboot, the German word for submarine. Any British or Allied ship around Britain would be sunk. One of the worst disasters was when a German U-boat sank the British liner the Lusitania. 128 Americans died. Americans became outraged because of the loss of life. So, public opinion turned against the Central Powers in Germany. President Wilson rolled out military response to the sinking of the Lusitania. 3 months later, a U-boat sank another ship, killing a few Americans. The U.S. protested, and Germany agreed to not torpedo any more passenger ships. Germany broke its promise by sinking a French passenger steamer. Germany agreed to change its tactics if the U.S. could persuade the Britain to lift its blockade. What happened in the 1916 election, Emily?
The Democrats renominated Wilson, and he campaigned on the slogan, "He kept us out of war." And the Republicans nominated Supreme Court Justice Charles Evan Hughes, who pledged to uphold Americans' right to freedom of the seas, also promised not to be too severe on Germany.
Was America provoked by Germany to join the war?
Yeah, Germany did provoke America, and here's what happened. First, Germany declared unrestricted submarine warfare. In other words, Germany said that they would shoot and sink any ship. Next came the Zimmerman Note, a telegram from Germany to Mexico, saying that Mexico should become allies with Germany and fight the U.S. Then on April 2nd, 1917, President Wilson declared war.